You feel it on a Sunday afternoon when the apartment is quiet and your phone has not buzzed in hours. You feel it in a crowd of people who all seem to know each other. You feel it sometimes even when someone is sitting right next to you. And you probably assume it means something is wrong with you. But what if loneliness is not a flaw? What if it is not a symptom of a broken social life or a weak personality? What if the feeling gnawing at you right now is one of the oldest, most sophisticated survival systems your body has ever built? The real answer is far stranger than anything a self-help book will tell you. Your body does not experience loneliness the way it experiences sadness. Sadness is a response to loss. Loneliness is a warning. It is closer, biologically, to hunger or physical pain than it is to any emotion you would name in a journal. Your brain registers social disconnection in the same neural regions that process bodily threat. The anterior cingulate cortex, the same structure that lights up when you burn your hand on a stove, also activates when you feel excluded from a group. Researcher Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA ran a series of studies using a virtual ball-tossing game called Cyberball and found that being left out of a simple digital game produced measurable pain responses in the brain. Not metaphorical pain, actual, neurologically real pain. Your brain treats being left out the same way it treats being hurt. That is not an accident. That is ancient engineering. Go back 200,000 years. Your ancestor is standing at the edge of a forest. They are not lonely in the way you are lonely. They do not have a phone to ignore or a social feed to scroll. But they do have a tribe. And that tribe is the only reason they are alive. No single human on the Pleistocene savanna survived alone. You needed people to hunt. You needed people to watch for predators while you slept. You needed people to share food when the dry season wiped out everything within walking distance. To be separated from your group was not just uncomfortable. It was a death sentence. So your brain built a system, a biological alarm. The moment your social bonds weakened, the moment you drifted too far from the group or felt the group pulling away from you, a signal fired. Loud, urgent, impossible to ignore. That signal was loneliness. It was not designed to make you feel sorry for yourself. It was designed to make you move, to go back, to reconnect, to do whatever it took to reattach yourself to the people keeping you alive. Researcher John Cacioppo spent decades studying this system. He called loneliness a biological signal that evolved to motivate social reconnection the same way hunger evolved to motivate eating. In his research at the University of Chicago, Cacioppo found that chronically lonely people showed elevated levels of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Their immune systems were suppressed. Their cardiovascular systems were under higher load. They woke more often in the night, a finding Cacioppo believed was a remnant of the hypervigilance your ancestors needed when sleeping alone in the wild meant something could kill you. The lonely brain is not just sad. It is in a state of low-level biological emergency. Here is where it gets strange. The system was never designed for the world you live in now. In the ancestral environment, loneliness was short-term. You felt it, you acted on it, you returned to your group, and the alarm turned off. The signal fired and the signal resolved. But modern life has done something your brain has no blueprint for. It has made it entirely possible to be surrounded by people and still be profoundly, chronically alone. You can live in a city of 8 million and never learn the name of a single neighbor. You can have 400 connections on a platform and have nobody to call at 2 in the morning. You can share a home with someone and still feel the cold distance of genuine disconnection. Your alarm system was built for a world where loneliness was always solvable. Go back to camp, sit near the fire, eat with the others. Done. It was not built for an era where the solution is unclear, where the group is fragmented across cities and time zones, where the social structures that once formed automatically now require enormous deliberate effort to build. So the alarm keeps firing, and firing. And because it never resolves, the biology that was supposed to be temporary becomes chronic. And chronic biological emergency is not something your body handles gracefully. Former US Surgeon General Vivek Murthy published findings showing that loneliness had reached epidemic levels in the developed world well before the disruptions of the early 21st century. He found that lacking strong social connection was associated with a reduction in lifespan comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day.